Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or your regional equivalent. So, Jonis emailed me the other day, and he said, Laps. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but he basically said, Laps, I have a fighter, and I'd like to duel one of your fighters. And he also said, if you win, I'll give you the secret of its success. To which I said, okay, fine. It just has to be 250p, no mods, that's fine with me. Uh, and I imported this little ship. I haven't taken a look at it because I don't want to cheat. So I've been looking through my ships, and of course we have the standard LSN dispatcher fighter, which is the pride of the fleet. It's not, you know, insanely good, but it's a nice looking kind of thing. Sort of works well. But it's over the cost limit, so I'm going to have to reduce it. Now the question is, do I pull off thrusters or missiles? Truly is the greatest issue here. As you can see, it's not primarily based off, but it has some slight inspiration, I suppose, from the normal interceptor in like a tiny, in the fact that there's this and there's these two, and that's basically where it ends. Maybe the autocannon, but yeah, so I'm unsure whether I should use a dispatcher, which I want to, or just take the Mark, and this shouldn't be the Mark 3, this should be, say, Mark 2, because that's actually the Mark 2. So let's call this the Mark 2 01. It's going to be a little subversion. So while I just think about redesigning this, I'll tell you the story of, or at least why I think he's given me this. Oh, 66. Well, that's very bad. Let's undo that. Actually, yeah. Let me just go back. Go back. Okay. So. I sort of want to see, because the primary thing with this ship design is its maneuverability, its speed, and so stripping away some of these thrusters hampers its ability to slow down and do other things. So I just need to be very careful. But I believe, actually, maybe I shouldn't. Because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. Also, I don't want to just plug my own creative works, even though this is my own channel. But no, I write a little book. I write a little book on a website called Wattpad, and lots of sort of amateur writers use it. I am, of course, also an amateur writer. Let's put that the other way around. Let's give it a little bit of increased max terminal velocity. And basically, oh yeah, yep, we need the thrusters at the front. You two don't actually need to be there. Probably put you here, give it some more brake. But I need to get rid of 7. Oh, I'm 1p away, man. That's not acceptable. Okay, so I write a little book, and it's called World in Turmoil. It's a pretty big book in its own sense. It's not that big, but I mean, it's like a couple it's like 40 chapters. Each chapter is maybe 1,000 words, about 800 maybe to 1,000. It's incredibly variable. I'm not very constant with it. Need 6. So a small one and a small one. There you go. Okay, it's probably going to be a terrible. It's not the best ship, but it works when it needs to. Let's test it against some other things. So basically, in World in Turmoil, it's set within my Forever Cold War universe, and so there's the LSN, and they're those explosions are very loud. I'm not sure if it might be balanced. I haven't really tested it. I just loaded this up and it's just set the audio to low and hope that things would work. So that's fine. Okay, well that's red. It doesn't count. No, none of them really count. Okay, let's save that. So that's the Mark 201. I can export it. I have some other small. Oh, I have this little thing, which is okay. It's just 9 off. Move that, remove that, take that one, put it there. Okay, that might be fine. The Centedictorian, Mark II. Okay. Let's change this to. I hate messing up with my very old, very strange designs. Okay, that should be fine. I can't remember how this thing even works, but put that out there as another. Okay, so in World in Turmoil, basically there's a planet that's under LSN control, and so it has an LSN protectorate force, which is just called the Protectorate. It's just shorthand called the Protectorate in the book. And basically, there's this big issue. I kind of don't want to spoil it, but I mean I have to sort of get there. And basically, a fight breaks out between some LSN groups, sort of. It's not like that exactly, but to get the idea across. And there's a pilot called Leonard, and Leonard flies a Mark 1 dispatcher. But does he fly Mark 1 or 2? No, I can't actually remember which one he flies now. But he flies, okay, I'm going to say it's a Mark 2. And then, no, he flies a Mark 1. And then later on in the book, he gets into his older Mark 3, which is like he hasn't flown for a long time, but he's very, very skilled with it. It's a veteran and stuff like that. And so, just the other day, I released chapter 42, 41? I can't remember. But either way, Leonard is saving this transport ship that's trying to run away from some other bad fighters. And Leonard basically one-on-ones another fighter, a much more advanced, much more powerful LSN fighter, which I kind of keep vague. It's probably a dispatcher Mark 2 or 4 or something crazy. Not 2, I don't know, but it'll be like some advanced ship. And I kind of keep it vague because I mean there's no real point describing something that's about to get blown up sometimes. I mean of course there is, but I'm just sort of being amusing. So this other ship, so as he's trying to stop this kind of squadron from blowing up this transport, and he goes after them, and as he's trailing them, one of the ships one of the little jets in the squadron, one of the fighters breaks off and comes back to attack him. Now Leonard is in his Mark III and he's flying along. And basically, he and this other pilot have an exchange of bullets and missiles, and Leonard wins. And so I think Jonis got a little bit inspired by that and decided, hey, let's see how Laps really does cope with fighters. So I find the idea highly amusing. I'm very pleased by it. So we'll see how that works. Viris sepetrara verindi. Did I build any other? These are all massive. The Regarak is pathetic. The Smecky the Smecky is just silly. The Rhino Lion is very old. Shell is too high. Everything is too high cost. I don't build things that are like that low cost. I mean these things in a sense, but even they are like over 250. The stick fighter would be fun, but it's not really a. It's more of a drone. It's more of a drone, but I call it a fighter. Whatever. I can just retcon that. Nah, the Demeter Letha. I don't really have anything else I want to send against him that's a fighter. Okay, well let's do that. Center Victorian, which is fine. That's a 2-1. That's a 2-2. Where's the 2 normal? Where's the 2? I don't actually know. It doesn't matter. But regardless of such things, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I think that's absolutely fine. Just gonna roll with that. Let's go to tournament. Oh, what faction are you? Well, I think this is an agent or something. That's weird. Okay. Ignoring the craziness, tournament. Give me a second. Okay, so Jonis is actually lots of flak, lots of maneuverability, very, very green and pink. It reminds you of lightning. Anastasia, it's 10p less than what he gave. He said 250. And I said, okay, fine. So we'll see how this goes. If it doesn't win, I'll throw the other little fighter I exported in. I don't think this is too loud. Hello? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. I'm not sure why that crashed, but it did. Oh no, wait. What is I was checking the audio is fine. Okay. Also, I reread the email. It did say 250. You also said this is my best fighter. And if you win, I will tell you of its great secret. So I'm highly amused. I'm sure this poor little dispatcher is going to get its butt kicked. It's not. I don't know. I don't design very. I'm not a very good designer. Just ask the like 80 tournaments I've participated in and never won. So this is going to be tragic. By the way, if anyone else out there wants to send ships in to fight me, go for it. I'm more than happy to do this sort of thing. It's very entertaining. You just need to give a limit and optimally no mods. Optimally. But you know, if you really want to, then okay, fine. But it needs to be like sane. Okay, let's go. And it's 5 rounds. Time limit. Yeah, I usually do. Yeah, elimination. Pool. See, I don't think that's how it works, actually. Let's go. Let's see how this goes. Flax are stupidly powerful. We'll see how this works. Oh yeah, yeah. I miss flak. Flak is a fun item. Don't expect the missiles to do very well against a highly maneuverable target, but they should be fine. I mean, missiles are sort of designed for that. We'll see how this goes. Oh yeah. That's what flak does. That's what flak does. Oh, I fully expect. The moment I saw that flak, I was like, yeah, I know how this is going. Flak is a very, very good, just standard weapon, especially against anything that has relatively low. Whoa, he got hit by that missile and lost his front flankers. But no, flak is always a win. Always a win. Always a win. Also because of its explosion size and its proximity, it's quite hard to miss. Flak has a proximity explode flag, which basically means that all of the projectile needs to do is get close to the enemy, and it'll just basically pop to it and explode on it, which is pretty cool. A little bit overpowered, but pretty cool, and especially necessary for stuff like flak. But you can see then what it does. It absolutely wastes small ships. It's perfect. I mean, that's the point of flak, ain't it? It's also very good for missiles and all that sort of thing as it was designed. So no, I like that. That's, yeah. It's a winning version. Okay, let me go grab the other one. Just because I don't want this to be stupidly short. I mean, I could just stop it. I mean, he's won. That's fine. You will never tell me his great secret. There's some dark and sinister magic at play here. Or just, I don't know, better design. Which could probably be done by about 50 other people. I'm not that great. Anyway, let's see if the Syntactorian can do any better. It has got like a big plasma. Okay. Okay, we know how this goes. Flak. Gone. Beautiful. Anesthesia. Poor dispatcher fighter Mark 201. Poor thing. Just run. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You weren't designed for this. You weren't designed for this. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think. No, not the LSA. Come on, Anastasia, get some points. Okay. Alright. Let's see how the Syntactorian does. It's a much heavier design, so it's a little more resilient to flak, but as you can see, it still loses its main guns. Oh, plasma's gone. Plasma's gone! And all of its guns too. Yeah, the glory of flak. Should have given a little shield, that might have worked pretty well. Shield and a railgun. It moves too quickly, you need to either match it with flak or get some... proton sword might be fun. Shield and proton sword. Well, I might go over power. Might go over the P limit. Let's actually have a look here. Let's go have a look-see. Let's go and have a look-see, because I want to experiment, because it's very entertaining. Let's actually wait. Don't I have a ship like that? Don't I have a ship with... No, it's not this faction. Okay. Is it... Okay. I'm gonna go look. Give me a second. Okay, it's the Targanian Republic, but I sort of forgot to realize that the Targanians don't have cheap versions. that's their cheapest form of this. So I can try and put a photon sword in, but it's still gonna be stupidly overcost. I mean, it's 155, so it's already basically, yeah, I can't do that. Just a photon sword, shield generator, not shield generator, power generator, and shield generator. Ooh, oh, single thruster. No, that's just a thing of sadness. That's what we call that. No, no. No, absolutely not. It's no, that's no. No. Okay, yeah. But it makes something horrific. It's not gonna be fun, but it's gonna be insane. It's such a stupid idea. This wouldn't even have range to hit it, so I'm scrapping that. Don't want to use flak cannons, because then it's just a battle of volume at that point. Burst lasers might win. We'll have to see about that. Unfortunately, I have breached the Batarian Republic build code, so this is absolutely off record. Don't tell them. Don't tell the Batarians, please. Just don't tell them. I'm sorry for everything. Oh, I'm so amused right now. Okay, now it's 8 of us, so just... these aren't actually useful at all. That's not useful really either. That can go there. Yeah, let's give it a big one there. Bindings, point defense. No practica, eliminatius. Mark 1. By a hut. Okay, let's see how this little thing does. It's probably gonna get torn to bits again because, you know, flak versus practically no armor. I could send the Boclorian Pictator. Nah, let's not and say we did. Let's not say we did. Oh, there we go. Okay. Export that. Discard changes. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. Alright. Okay, no, enough of that. That's just silly. Okay. Alright, let's go into Sandbox. Give me a second. Okay, let's see how this goes. Ooh. I'm not sure how this fight's gonna turn out. Yeah, that didn't have enough armor, and that flak just went right through it. Yeah. The flak and the plasma just tore right through it. That poor thing isn't. I didn't give it the capability. I didn't set its AI bind to kite or anything. So okay, that's well. We already know how this plays out. Unless it somehow changes, which I don't think is possible. Come on, come on. Keeps turning. That's fine. Vicious. Okay, let's let that have its way. Okay, this is actually an entertaining fight for me. I've actually never seen these two ships fight before, so it should be interesting. Seriously, did I? Okay, that's unfortunate. Its autocannons aren't on point defense. That is a tragedy in and of itself. Okay. Dispatcher is keeping its distance and just landing missile hits, which is entirely what the dispatcher is assigned to do. Stay in range, don't engage. Belt him with missiles. Have some guns. It's like one of the first ships I made. It's actually probably the third ship I made. The dispatcher. The Mark 1 at least. The Mark 2 came obviously a bit later. But yeah, no, shame. The Chlorine Pictator is not really this, but I still want to see it against the Anastasia. The thing is, it has a lot more armor than the other versions of my fighter craft, so it'll survive a little bit better, but still flak. Beautiful flak. The beauty of flak. This is why I don't make fighters with flak. It's just vicious. I mean the Targanian. No, I okay, well, okay. Well, that's fine. Okay, you win. Good. Okay, well that was that. And like I said before, if anyone else wants to verse me, you know, send some ships. Give me a ship limit, a cost limit, and maybe a ship limit too if you want to have a little fleet-on-fleet battle. That's completely fine with me because these are usually very quick and don't need editing and are like, yeah, very nice. So yeah. So until next time, everybody. Cheery Rio. I'm so sorry.